$951 and some change for FDFI. Our goal for the event was $711, the price Frederick Douglass's friends paid for his freedom, and I was surprised that we even got that far. In all honesty, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, and I worked for it more than I have anything else in my life. Peers bailed out on me, friends made fun of my resolve, and others flat out walked away from me. I can remember feeling so aggravated that people just did not want to care. It's like their brains would just shut down anytime they heard horrible news. They seemed to convince themselves that it was far away and that somehow made it bearable. You see, people don't want to know about things like this because then the guilt starts eating at them and they feel like they can't do anything about it, which is absolutely not true. It wasn't easy, but in hindsight, it wasn't that bad, and the end result made everything worth it. I'll be doing Art for Abolitionists again this year, but I plan to hold the event for an entire weekend and double our profit. I'm also making it my ambition to pass this on to someone else after I leave for college, as well as help write the curriculum for FDFI on how to run your own event, art-related or not. Hopefully, more people will feel capable of doing their own thing through fight against human trafficking, which will bring a spectacular beginning to the end. Movements, like the one to end slavery, are wonderful and fun to be a part of, but after the fad is over, where do we stand? The civil rights movement is over, but racism and the restriction of rights is still rampant. Women still aren't equal, and people are still clinging to a flag from the Civil War. At what point does a movement become forgotten? At what point do we need to make movement into something permanent? Movements may make change, but they don't always eradicate the problem, and a lot of times end up being something that people just forget. We need to make something to remember. We need to find new ways to keep the generations interested. Art tells a story and sets a reminder for history, but this generation is going to have to do some pretty big things to keep people talking for centuries. In the same way we reduced teen smoking to below 16% by promoting its flaws, dangers, and applying peer pressure, smoking is no longer cool. So we need to start traditions that children and other youth can benefit from educationally. Let the new cool thing be purchasing fair trade. Form habits and ideas in the young, because as Frederick Douglass said, it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men.